Hello everyone, back with another video, and in this video what we're going to try to do today is we're trying to duo Articuno. These are tier 5 stat Articunos. These are not like the legendary community day ones where they were tier 4, which are easier because you don't need to lobby in any of those situations, versus in all these situations you actually need to lobby. So here we're just going in. There's Blizzard, Ice Beam, and you'll see here we're actually doing this while walkthrough rating, and like there's drift everywhere in Chicago. This is during the GoFest weekend, so it is a bit chaotic, and you'll see that I'm actually not performing the best I can in these situations because we're trying to squeeze it in between while we're driving around and walkthrough rating with people in Chicago. But this is like kind of a fun duo. It's not like, besides Blizzard, we knew that we could win with pretty comfortable margin because Articuno does have a double weakness to rock. Its ice typing is weak, and its flying type are both weak to rock. And then Tyranitar with Smackdown, Stone Edge is a very powerful Pokemon to begin with. So you'll see here, you're plugging away, and it's kind of a unique duo because I don't know that there's too many instances where people duoed Articuno at tier 5 stats as opposed to the tier 4 stats. And it makes actually a pretty huge difference, even though they scale the time and the HP scale at the same rate, and the CPM, like how much, basically what level the defense and the attack of the Pokemon are the same, 0.79 or something like that. So in theory, it should scale the same. But what ended up happening is that because you need to lobby, that's like that's a huge factor that results in a pretty big difference between these two types of rates. So it does make it more difficult, in my opinion. Like this is like the real legendary duo of Articuno. Those other ones are kind of like a manipulated version of it, but still cool, obviously still really interesting, and you have a very limited time period to do it. But in this case, like this is actually like where you are forced to actually lobby is a really important difference. And you'll see here, I lobby out early on my Blizzard, and you'll see here we've already flipped it yellow on both Ice Beam and Icy Wind. And the reason why Blizzard is more challenging than Ice Beam and Icy Wind is that, and this is the case for most one bar moves, really strong one bar moves, is that there's a really high chance that the one bar move will feint you and result in a lot of wasted energy, and as well result in a lot of HP that's not converted to energy. So you'll see there, I'm not sure I got off that Stone Edge on that last attempt, just because Blizzard does so much. Even though Ice Beam is a quote unquote better defensive move than Blizzard, it's just that it does so much damage that it makes it very challenging to get off a second Stone Edge. And with Smackdown being such low EPS, energy per second, it does take a while. And there are lots of instances, if you replay the video, there's lots of instances where we're almost full on the second Stone Edge and end up fainting. So you see we're into the red already on Ice Beam and Icy Wind, and it's looking pretty good, and we haven't flipped it red on Blizzard yet. And then here I'm going to lobby on Icy Wind. We actually thought we didn't need the lobby the first time, so we just drove off on Icy Wind, but we end up needing maybe 1.5 more Tyranitars. You'll see we're not performing the very best that we can, just because it's kind of a chaotic afternoon that we did it, and we're just very fortunate to have partly cloudy on that day while we had real tier 5 Articunos. It's kind of a surprise, to be honest, that they actually did start appearing. Kind of makes sense because at GoFest, the first GoFest, that's when they released Lugia and Articuno for the first time in the entire world. So it was kind of a cool and interesting one for sure. You'll see that Ice Beam, we're pretty much done. We were a little surprised that we beat Ice Beam faster than Icy Wind, but that could just be the RNG. in both instances, we do have to lobby. So really the difference is probably just RNG. So you'll see around 27 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. And you'll see here, we beat Icy Wind, but because so much damage is associated with the charge move, it does take a little bit while for us to beat Blizzard. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next one.